Pan Zhanle.
Pan Zhanle.
Pan Zhanle.
Pan Zhanle.
Pan Zhanle.
How did he do it? Smashing a world-class field by over a second in a 100-meter freestyle at the Olympics and setting a new world record of 46.4. Absolutely insane. In today's video, we're going to be analyzing his race so you can learn something new and hopefully transfer it into your own training and into your own racing. Okay, let's jump right into it. Here it is in lane number 4. I have watched this race already about 1 million times because it is absolutely incredible, but we're gonna watch it together, analyze, and as I've already said, hopefully you can learn something new so you can translate it into your own training and become a faster swimmer. Once again, this is a world-class field. These are the best swimmers in the world at the Olympics. Let's start off by watching full speed. And actually, if I was Pan's coach, the first thing I would work on is his dive. In the first 5 seconds of the race, you can actually see he's one of the last people in this field. So if he was to improve his dive and get to 15 just a little bit quicker, could we see a 45-second 100-meter long course freestyle? Let me know in the comments. Let's keep watching. Everybody breathing every 2, some fantastic swimmers. And I think what separates Pan from the rest of the field is his kicking. If you have a look at his legs throughout this race, his kick is absolutely immense. It is like an engine. It's like a machine working continuously throughout the race. It is absolutely incredible. You'll also notice he's breathing every 2 to the same side, facing his left side. Let's watch this nice and slowly. Once again, I apologize if the quality is not very good. I've had to zoom in quite a little bit. Now, the reason, if you watch any of my videos, you will always hear me bang on about the number 11 position. These are the best swimmers in the world. You will see how every single one of these people is entering in line with their shoulder every single time. This is because your goal when you swim is to go as far forward as you can. As soon as there is any movement up or down or side to side, you are immediately wasting your time. You can see, if we watch this very, very slowly, every single time his arm enters the water, it is perfectly in line with his shoulder. His head is staying completely still. It only moves when he wants to breathe, and his arms, every single time, you can see in line with the black line, every time. These are his train tracks, and if you watch him slow motion, every single time he enters in line with those train tracks. He's doing everything possible to send himself forward. Very efficient and very, very fast. It's also very interesting, if we go back just a little bit, you can see how in this race, he's staying very nice and close to the surface. You can see a lot of swimmers almost have this. If we look at Kyle Chalmers just here, you can see he's got that high elbow recovery, which is something that we would usually recommend for swimmers. But if we look at Pan, if I clear that, if we look at Pan, his arms are staying very close to the surface. He's still got a high elbow, okay, but you can see how his arms and how his stroke is a lot closer to the surface, rather than you see everybody else, their arms are flying over, okay? And his other arm, his right arm, we slow this down, you can see how it is almost flying over the surface, almost like a butterfly stroke. So I'd say this is a very unconventional freestyle. This is not something you see very often. Like I say, most of these guys are doing the high elbow gallop stroke freestyle with a nice fast 6-beat kick. Pan's freestyle is a little bit more different. Like I say, he's staying a lot closer to the surface. His left arm has a slight high elbow, but his right arm is almost just flinging and swinging over the surface of the water. Let's go back to full speed. You can see those legs working, that breathing. You can see how quick those breaths are every single time. I say this to all my swimmers. If you are looking to swim fast, your breathing should not affect your stroke. This is a mistake so many age group swimmers make, is they breathe, their legs stop, there's a huge pause in their stroke, which is something you have to avoid. If you watch this, you can see how that breath is nice and quick. It's almost impossible to see when he's breathing. His head's staying so still, that breath is so fast, so sharp that you can barely see it. Again, going back into the tumble turn, you can see how that last stroke right here is initiating his rotation. So he's taken his last stroke, and that last stroke is what initiates that nice fast rotation. Let's slow this down because it goes so fast. Like I said, that last stroke initiates that rotation, head down, nice and fast. As you can see, let me clear this. As soon as the feet land onto the wall, straight off the wall, nice, powerful push off into the nice, fast dolphin kicks. Let's watch this in half speed. Like I say, all these guys are super fast. You can see that dolphin kicks are absolutely fantastic. It doesn't spend too long underwater. Let's see if we can count his dolphin kicks. So he's right in the corner. So he's got 1, 2, 3 or 4 dolphin kicks before he goes into his swimming. So he's not actually spending too long underwater. 4 dolphin kicks, nice and fast off the wall, straight onto his swim. Once again, you can see how he's staying so much closer than the rest of the field to the surface. And guys, the reason why this swim is so incredibly fast, I mean, first of all, he goes out in a 22.2 for the first 50, which is in itself already an incredibly fast time for a 50-meter freestyle. And if he was to finish the hand, the chances are he would probably go a 21 point, which would have qualified him for the 50 freestyle final. And we are talking about the first 50 of 100. And the second thing that which makes this even more impressive is the fact that his backhand 50 is so fast. As Coach Bowman once said, Michael Phelps' coach, it is not about who swims the fastest, it's about who slows down the least. And you can see in this video, on a second 50 is where he starts to make up most of his ground. Once again, we can see a quick shot of his pull right here. Let's have a look. You can see he's surfing the surface. Like I say, if we draw a quick line right here, his hand is staying directly on the surface of the water. So he's trying to maximize the amount of water which he is pulling. He's not dropping his arm under the surface. He's keeping his arm on the surface to try again, maximize the amount of water he's pulling. We can see that nice high elbow catch, which is obviously what we are always looking for when swimming freestyle. And once again, these legs are working. His kick is absolutely his main secret weapon. So kids, if you are out there, and adults of course, if you are not doing kick, make sure you do it, and make sure you do it fast and practice it a lot. Let's clear all these lines. Let's keep watching. Like I said, here is where he starts to really pull away from the rest of the field. His back end is just incredible. There's about 50 meters to go of the race, and he is a full body length ahead. Once again, guys, as I've already said, it's a world-class field. These are the best swimmers in the world. There's still 50 meters to go, and he is already a body length ahead. You can see his breathing is staying nice and close to the surface. That right arm is swinging over the surface. Last 10 meters going into the wall, just pulling away. Last 5 meters, head down, 46.4, new world record. Absolutely incredible. Pan first, Chalmers second, Popovici third. Incredible race, incredible world record, and I cannot wait to see what's yet to come. I would love to know if you think a 45-second 100 meters long course freestyle is possible. Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video.